Hey everybody, call me Felix, and last I left you, we were on the pristine white sand beach called the Boracay of the North, Saud Beach, in Pagudpud, way up in the northwest Philippine province of Ilocos Norte. We had a fantastic first day in Pagudpud with some really good German and Filipino food at a popular restaurant among locals and tourists alike, before enjoying Saud Beach to ourselves for the rest of the day and the night. You can check out our short Pagudpud road trip playlist on the far right hand corner for the first two videos of our Pagudpud series. Now then, this is the third and final segment of our Pagudpud road trip. We leave Saud Beach not before enjoying a refreshing morning walk and scouring the fish market for the freshest catches of the day. By early afternoon, we headed back home to Piddig, and on the way we had lunch at a roadside cafe eclipsed by the shadow of the giant windmills in the nearby town of Burgos, called the Kang Kang Windmill Cafe. There are a few places to see the famous windmills of Ilocos Norte, and the vistas are usually on and by the beach. The most delicious destination to get up close to the windmills is the Kang Kang Windmill Cafe, featuring a small guest house and ATV adventures along this stretch of windmill-studded beach. And like the wind turbines, there's a rotating menu at the Kang Kang Windmill Cafe, usually featuring 5 to 7 dishes for the day. And we ordered up almost the entire menu, consisting of sisig, bagnet, pancit canton, roasted catfish, and pork belly adobo. This humble hole-in-the-wall cafe is not to be missed, as I was surprised to find the quality was up there with the best restaurants in the provincial capital of Lawag, and it's just a couple of turns away from the main highway. Without further ado, let's get right back to where we left off, morning on Saud Beach, with yours truly sporting his trademark cheery disposition. Enjoy. Alright, morning after vlog over in Saud Beach. I didn't sleep all that great. I'm just such a light sleeper basically, but a few hours in me it just did the trick. Barbecue was awesome, even though I didn't really, get what I wanted as far as like mantis shrimp or rainbow lobster. The squid was really awesome. Cooked and Dad is very finicky about squid. And he thought that the way Warren cooked it, which is half cooked, not rubbery, soft, was awesome. And it was also suffused with the soy sauce, lemongrass, same marinade basically as the pork tinono and the chicken. I'm not a morning person, people. So, yeah. And Dad and Maureen are up, walking length of the beach. I want to go see if the fishermen caught anything of note. That's why we're out here. Okay, so every now and then there are a bunch of territorial dogs around. Dad's throwing rocks at them on that far end. Generally the unfriendliest dogs I ever met were in Malapascua, that small island at the northeast tip of Cebu. I mean, those dogs, and I'm not a dog person. I absolutely dislike dogs, except for, our dogs at home. Dad sometimes he likes eating the seaweed. It comes off the shore, doesn't even care. Oh boy. This is the site of Saud Beach where a lot of seaweed washes up. They collect these and they wash them and sell at the market. And they sell seafood further down the beach. We're not too far from it now.
Morning walk on the beach.
Yeah, I know. Morning after.
Yeah, morning after. Ew.
Ew.
Get the bagnet. You have to walk on the other side.
Ah, yuck. Really?
Where's the grass greener here than other places?
Because of the goats.
$200 per kilo for galunggong, which is kind of expensive to me.
Yeah.
Nangina? 200, mano? Man.
Manila sir, 255 to 85.
80. Yeah, but we're here in Pagudpud. What's that 1 kilo? Should we get some?
Mahal kayo sir? Mahal naman. Mahal sir? Sir, bawal po ang plastic pero...
Oh, sige, sige. Mana? Free mo na yan, manan.
This is for Warren's first Instagram post. Oh my goodness, it's harder than you think, guys. Ooh la la. Ooh la la.
This is terrible.
Okay. You gotta look cool. Like look out to sea. Look out to.
I know how to post.
Okay, like side profile. Yay. Mm-hmm. Boys, you know where we are.
We are in Kang Kang. What's that? Kang Kang Resort in Windmill.
Windmill Cafe, and look at that, the windmill
So
beach.
we're talking how it works, like their that.
The wind turbine farm.
Windmill Cafe, how it works to generate electricity.
You know-
that's to fan the whole Ilocos Norte.
Yeah.
That's why it's so windy.
For me, sir, it's electricity.
Actually, it's the other way around. It's supposed to be they captured that's how they get wind power, electricity through wind.
You know when I tell you to call the wind, it goes faster, and then the wind comes to Piddig.
Yeah. That's basically it. So in California, we see a lot of these. So like when we're here, it's not like a big thing, but these things are huge. Not Orange County,
Original
Sacramento.
windmill.
When you go on the road going to Sacramento, this is what you see.
Ilocos Norte.
The
Original-
Altamont Pass. That's
Original
what that is.
windmill.
All right, Warren is eager. Let's go with him. Yes, he's like Rocky. Dun 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 dun
We need to get sunblock, Warren. We're getting dark.
Yeah, you guys are getting dark. You're embracing your Filipino melanin.
Over here, look.
Over here
There's
too.
a bunch of them, like worker ants.
Mm-hmm.
Gago, 500 to isang shot. Okay. 1, 2.
You know what? They even have like a little noise, like a frog croaking, like that. Like yeah, it's like a frog croaking and farting at the same time.
1, 2.
That's how I describe it.
This off. Yeah,
Like here?
yeah, that's correct.
It's a unique pose.
They're like
Unique. Very unique shot pose.
I don't know about that. Angela's making appetizers. Green mango and jicama with bagoong. Because they don't have it on the menu, so we're making our own.
Spanish mango, and this is the native mango.
And Angela knows it.
And there's singkamas.
Yum.
Okay, so I'm gonna get this while the egg is running. I haven't had sisig in a while, so think this is as good a time as any to snap the streak. Dad's not really a fan of sisig. There's no reason why we don't order it that often. I think the last time we had was in Kamalig, if I'm not mistaken. That was in June. Okay. Trying the sisig by itself. I think this one has like more lardy pieces of fat that hasn't melted yet. So this is like a different sort of sisig that you might not be used to because there aren't really as much crispy parts. You see there's like some pork belly there as well. So this one is a teensy bit fattier, but if you like that soft gelatinous texture, you'll like this. There aren't enough chilies in here, but there's that nice zing from the vinegar or calamansi, make it interesting. So this is a different take on sisig that you might, if you like yours crispy, you might find this a little bit good. But I tend to like it better this way because sometimes if it's too crisped up, the problem is it becomes harder to chew and it's not as good to savor, and then it dries out the rest of the meat. I don't really like that type of sisig, but I like this.
Oh, bagnet.
It's got a little bit of fat.
It's very savory.
Yes, I have some bagnet. Ooh, this looks good, nice and crisp.
How do I do this one?
So if you, I think this is all a good ploy away from the sisig. So if you don't like your sisig kind of gelatinous and such, this is a better ploy, I think. Oh my goodness. So there's plenty of KBL, which is bagog,
Oop.
green onion,
Ginang bastos.
and tomato. All right. Come on, you. Okay, there we go. And it's still
Hito!
fine. Okay, we'll try that next.
Hito malo.
There's a lot of crunch in that bagnet. And a big piece of fat. But there's that second piece here just crunches right through. And that bagnet's relatively not too oily. So this one's also really good. I love the crunch from this, the extra crunch from the bagnet. So this is catfish, or what is known in Ilocano as paltat. And they make this tinono, which is basically they just grill it. And this is locally caught from the ponds around here. Somewhere around those hills. Very clean. It almost tastes like fried chicken to me. And I think because maybe I dipped it a little bit in our sisig thing, there's a little bit of a subtle spicy kick.
Where did the sauce go?
I don't know where the sauce is for the catfish. Anyway, here we go. There's more of like a bigger piece, so there's a little more of a char roasting that sort of enhances the riparian taste of the catfish. Dad loves the catfish though.
It takes time to cook this.
And it's fresh. It's really fresh.
It doesn't taste fishy.
No. There's a little bit of it. You know that you're eating fish. Because like you want your catfish to taste like fish, right? In a way. But you don't want it to be like too much like chicken, right?
You know why I don't really like catfish? Because to me in the States it tastes like mud. But here it tastes really fresh.
Let's try some of that sauce with that catfish. It's like soy sauce, some tomato, some onion, and then sealing the bouillon that JP just split open. That enhances more of the char grilling, actually. Kind of with that soy sauce, it enhances that savoriness.
Brings out the smokiness, huh?
Brings out the enhances the smokiness. No, I haven't touched that pancit yet. So Dad's impressed with the hito, paltat. The same thing. Why, he's all gone, huh? Oh, that's right. Because they have to they have to fish them from the pond, right? I'm never really the person who, again, I always say, I'm not really a fan of pancit, but noodles, they have nice chew, not too elastic and not too Not too soft. You notice I didn't get any rice because I've always said it, people. If there's a lot of other meat dishes and you have to save room for, we just have to sacrifice the rice. But we have pancit in its place to kind of offset everything. There's vegetables and there's noodles. So then, you know, that's the break from everything. In the adobo. Oh yeah, pork adobo. The last thing to try then is pork adobo. And this one is my preferred preparation. Is to put potatoes in your pork adobo. Yeah.
Yeah, but us we put French fries.
It's one of my favorites. Let's get that fatty piece. Hit it with that potato. I think it's a little bit on the sweeter side for me for some reason or other.
It is.
Not as vinegary as I'd like it to be. So I think for me, the sisig, the bagnet, the paltat are really good. Pancit, filler dish. Adobo, again, a little too sweet for me. Okay, so I was saying before, sisig has a little more of these fatty pieces, which I like. There's nice zing running through it. I don't think there's a ton of chili in here. And once again, because I like these fatty pieces, they almost like a really soft potato sort of texture. Yeah, the paltat is good. Like I said, ton of bones to crunch through though. But it is super fresh. And the bagnet. Bagnet's really satisfying. So I think if you come to Pagudpud, it's a nice roadside stop either way, going from in or out Pagudpud, going to Manila or Lobog. And it's kind of like a hole in the wall and kind of nondescript, but so this hole in the wall place does serve really good food. Better than your average roadside grub. Alright, we just finished a delicious lunch here at Kang Kang Windmill Cafe. This is actually a resort too, and I think this is the resort house with a cute outhouse here right next to it. Honestly, I think some of the food here is better than what you get in Lawag. Or anything like in the major city centers here in Ilocos Norte. So, if you're coming to Pagudpud, coming to and from, I think this is a great place to stop by. So it's not hole in the wall roadside grub. It's actually pretty dang good. The bagnet's really good. The sisig's really good. And they have of course it's all subject to availability. So yeah, it gets my recommendation for sure. Alright, I hope you enjoyed our short Pagudpud road trip video series. As a reminder, you can watch all 3 segments by clicking on the Pagudpud road trip playlist on the far right hand corner. And so if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, as that really helps a lot. Better yet, please share and subscribe for many more food and travel related adventures, and hit that little bell icon so you don't miss a video. Hopefully in the near future we can do more road trip series when it becomes relatively safer to travel. Until the next time, keep cool but care, and remember, the empire never ended.